The ship Horizon 7 moved slowly near the big planet Jupiter. It was quiet in space. The ship had been traveling for many months. The crew worked every day to explore and learn. Commander Jack Monroe looked out from the window. He saw something strange in the distance. It was not a star or a rock. "There is something out there," Jack said. A science officer, Lily Barnes, checked the screen. "It looks like a ship," she said, "but it is not human. It is very old. Maybe from another world." Jack gave the order to move closer. The team prepared a small shuttle. Jack, Lily, and two others went to explore the strange object. Inside the alien ship, they walked through dark halls. Lights blinked weakly, and dust covered the floor. In one room, they found a glass pod. Inside it was a woman. Her skin was light blue, her hair was long and silver. She wore a gold dress and a small crown. She looked like she was sleeping. "Is she alive?" Jack asked. Lily used her scanner. "Yes. Her body is frozen, but she is alive. We can bring her back." They took the pod to Horizon 7. The doctors worked slowly and carefully. After a few hours, the woman opened her eyes. She looked around with calm but curious eyes. "I am Princess Alira of Valari," she said. "You are safe now," Jack said. "We found your ship near Jupiter. We are humans from Earth." Alira sat up. She looked at their faces. "Humans? I have not heard that name before." The crew gave her food and water. They showed her pictures of Earth. Alira was quiet and watched everything. She asked many questions. She wanted to learn about humans. Days passed. Alira walked around the ship. She watched the crew work. She liked to talk to Lily the most. Lily explained how humans live, eat, sleep, and play. Alira told stories about her home, said her people use science for everything, even to create life. "How do humans make more humans?" Alira asked one day. Lily smiled. "It starts with two people, a man and a woman. They come together, and if they choose, they can have a baby." "Inside the body?" Alira asked. "Yes, the baby grows inside the mother." Alira looked surprised. "That is very strange. My people use machines. There's no mother or father, only a lab." She did not understand why humans would want to grow life in such a slow and emotional way. But she wanted to know more. She read books and watched videos. She saw babies being born and children growing with their families. One day, a woman on the ship said she was going to have a baby. The crew clapped and smiled. Lyra watched. She saw how happy they were. She asked more questions. She wanted to see the whole process. Jack and Lily built a small room for her. It had pictures and sounds of human families. Alira spent hours there. She watched videos of parents holding babies. She listened to children laugh. She sat quietly, feeling something new. She looked at Jack. "Why do you care so much for your children?" "Because they are part of us," Jack said. "We love them. Love ... Double quotes, Alira said the word slowly. "We do not have that in my world. We only have duty." That night, Alira sat alone. She looked at her hands. She thought about her people. She thought about the baby on the ship. She felt a soft pain in her chest. She whispered, "Is the human way better, maybe?" Maybe it is. It was just the beginning. Her life was changing, and she did not know where it would lead. Welcome to my YouTube channel at Sci-Fi Tales Pools. If you like this story, please like, share, and subscribe. Alira walked through the halls of Horizon 7 each day. She wore a simple white robe now, instead of her golden dress. Her eyes followed the crew as they worked, talked, and laughed. Everything she saw made her think. Humans were different. Their lives were full of emotions. She sat with Lily in the lab. A large screen showed a video of a mother holding her baby. "Do all human babies grow inside their mothers?" Alira asked. "Yes," Lily said. "For 9 months. It's a long time, but it brings the parents and child close. And the father? He helps, supports, and stays close. It's a team." Alira nodded slowly. "People do not know this kind of bond. We are raised in learning centers. No parents, no love, only teachers." Lily looked at her. "Don't you ever feel alone?" "We are trained not to feel," Alira said. "Emotion is seen as weakness." Later that day, Jack invited Alira to the garden deck. It was a room with artificial trees and a sky painted on the ceiling. "This place is for rest," Jack said. "I come here to relax." Alira walked slowly under the fake sun. She looked at the green leaves, touched the petals of a flower. "This reminds me of my childhood," she said. "Only our plants were metal and glass." They sat on a bench. A couple walked by, holding hands. "Is that normal?" she asked. "Yes. It means they care for each other. It's called a relationship." Alira looked down. "It is strange. Yet I do not dislike it." Jack smiled. "It's okay to feel that way." The next day, Alira joined the crew for dinner. She watched how people shared food and stories. One officer told a joke and everyone laughed. Alira did not understand the joke, but she smiled. It felt warm. After dinner, she met with the pregnant crew member, Maria. Her belly was large now. Alira placed her hand gently on it. "There is life inside you," she said. "Yes," Maria said. "It's a girl. I will name her Sophie." Alira looked into Maria's eyes. "You must care for her a lot already." "I do," Maria said. "She's part of me." Alira asked Lily if she could study human birth. Not from books, but something real. Lily thought for a moment. "We can use the learning chamber. It makes a safe copy of life. You can see what it's like to raise a human child." Inside the chamber, Alira stepped into a simulation. A small room appeared, with toys and a crib. A baby appeared. She looked human, with soft skin and wide eyes. When Alira picked her up, the baby smiled. She was not real, but she felt real. Alira sat on the floor and held her close. The baby made soft sounds and touched Alira's face. Hours passed. Alira fed her, rocked her, sang to her. She forgot it was a test. Later, when the simulation ended, Alira stayed in the room. Jack came in. "Are you okay?" "I do not know," Alira said. "This was not part of my training. I felt something. It hurt, but also made me calm." "That's emotion," Jack said. "You're growing." Alira stood up. "My people will not understand this. They will say I am broken." "You're not broken. You're becoming more than what you were made to be." She nodded. "I want to learn more. I want to see what humans feel when they raise their children. Need to know if this path is right." Jack looked at her with respect. "We'll help you." That night, Alira looked out the window at the stars. Her heart was full of questions. But for the first time, she also felt hope. Days turned into weeks. Alira spent more time inside the learning chamber. Each time she entered, a new scene appeared. She cared for the baby, watched it grow, and learned how humans raise children. She fed the child, taught her words, helped her walk, and listened when she cried. Even though it was not real, Alira began to feel something deep inside. One day, Alira sat on the floor of the chamber. The child, now a little girl, hugged her tightly. "I love you," the child said. Alira froze. Those words were not in her world. She looked at the small face in front of her and felt warmth and pain at the same time. Later, when the session ended, she stayed quiet. Lily came to check on her. "Are you all right, Alira?" The child said she loved me, Alira whispered. "I do not know how to answer that." "You don't have to answer with words," Lily said. "Just feel it." That evening, Jack met her in the garden deck. He brought 2 cups of tea. "You've been quiet lately," he said. "I do not understand this feeling," Alira said. "It is strong. It is. Beautiful, but also heavy." Jack nodded. "That's love. It's not always easy, but it's real." "I wonder now, have we lost something in our way of life?" Alira asked. "We have peace and order. We have no family, no hugs, no simple joys." "You've seen what we have," Jack said. "It's not perfect, but it's ours." Alira looked at the stars. "I want to bring this knowledge to my people, but I fear they will not accept it. They might not. But change always starts small." The next day, the ship received a signal. It was from a Valari ship. They'd come for Alira. Captain Thurl, a strong and cold leader, spoke through the screen. "Princess Alira, we have come to return you home. Your time here is over." Alira stood tall. "I have learned much here, things that may help our people." Thurl's eyes narrowed. "You have spent too much time among these emotional creatures. You are no longer thinking clearly." Jack stepped forward. "She is free to choose. She is not your prisoner. It is not your matter, human," Thurl said. Alira raised her hand. "It is my choice. I will not return." I asked for asylum on this ship. Thurl was silent. Then he said, "You are lost to us." The screen went dark. The crew looked at Alira. Some were worried, others proud. Lily touched her arm. "You were brave." "I only spoke what I felt," Alira said. The next days were tense. The Valari ship stayed near Horizon 7, but did not attack. Alira kept to herself. She looked through old records, wrote notes, and watched more human stories. One evening, she returned to the learning chamber. The child was there again, playing with toys. Alira sat beside her. "You are not real, but you have taught me so much," she said. The child smiled. "You're my mama." Alira hugged her and closed her eyes. Tears ran down her face. When she left the chamber, she walked straight to the bridge. "I am ready to become something new," she told Jack. "Not just a princess, but a bridge between two worlds." Jack smiled. "Then let's build that bridge." Alira began recording her thoughts. She created messages for her people, not with orders or commands, but with stories and questions. She talked about feelings, about families, about what it meant to care. Some crew members helped her. They created safe channels to send these messages into Valari space. No one knew who would listen, but Alira hoped someone would. In her room, she looked at her reflection. "I was made to lead. Now, I will lead with heart." She pressed a button and sent her first message into the stars. The days after Alira sent her message were quiet. The Valari ship still floated near Horizon 7, but did nothing. Everyone waited. Alira spent her time writing more messages and talking with the crew. She asked them about their families, their childhoods, and their dreams. She listened carefully to every story. One night, Alira sat in the garden deck with Jack. The stars above looked calm. "Do you think anyone heard my message?" she asked. "Someone always listens," Jack said. "Maybe not today, but one day." Alira nodded. "I hope they feel what I feel now." Suddenly the alarm rang. The Valari ship had moved closer. A message came through. Captain Thurl was back on the screen. "You're spreading dangerous ideas, Alira," he said. "This must stop. You'll return with us now." "I made my choice," Alira said. Thurl frowned. "Then you are a traitor." Horizon 7 raised shields. The crew prepared for trouble. Jack stood beside Alira. "We don't want to fight," Jack said, "but we will not let you take her." For hours, both ships stayed still. No one moved. Then something strange happened. A small message came from the Valari ship, but not from the captain. It was a secret message. Lily read it. "It's from someone on their ship. A young officer." They said Alira's message reached them. They want to learn more. Alira's eyes lit up. Then there is hope. That night Alira sent another message. She did not speak of war or anger. She told a story. She spoke of a baby in her arms, of a laugh that warmed her heart, and of a tear that changed her life. She said, "We are not less because we feel, we are more." More messages came in, quiet voices from the Valari ship. They were afraid of Thurl, but curious. They wanted to know about human families, about care and love. Thurl found out, became angry. He warned that he would use force. Jack called for a meeting. They could not fight the Valari. Her ship was too strong. But they had to protect Alira. Alira stood in front of the crew. "This is my choice. If I leave, he will silence me. But if I stay, others may listen." "We won't let them take you," Jack said. "I have an idea," Lily said. "I can send Alira in a pod to Earth, fast and hidden. The Valari won't see it in time." The crew agreed. They worked all night. They prepared a pod with food, water, and records. Alira added her messages. She included stories, songs, and even videos of children playing. Before she left, she went to the learning chamber one last time. The child was there, smiling. "You are brave," the child said. Alira hugged her. "I carry your smile with me." Then she went to the launch bay. Jack and Lily stood by the pod. Jack said, "Earth will welcome you. You're part of our story now." Lily gave her a small necklace. "This is from my mother. It brought me peace. Maybe it will help you too." Alira took their hands. "Thank you. You gave me more than knowledge. You gave me a new life." The pod launched silently. It moved fast through space, away from the Valari ship. Thurl found out too late. He sent fighters, but they missed. The pod was gone. On Earth, the pod landed in a quiet forest. People came and helped Alira. She was tired, but happy. She looked at the sky and smiled. "I made it," she said. Now, the real journey begins. News of her arrival spread fast. Many people wanted to talk to her. Some were curious, others were unsure. But she spoke with care and honesty. She told the world, "I come from a place without emotion. Wait, but I have seen another way, a way that feels true. Let us walk it together." And so, her voice reached not just Earth, but beyond, into space, into the hearts of those ready for change. Alira stood on Earth for the first time. The air felt fresh. The sky was wide and blue. Birds flew over the trees and the wind touched her face. She closed her eyes and smiled. She was taken to a peaceful center near the mountains. There, she met people who welcomed her with kindness. Doctors checked her health. Teachers asked her questions. Journalists wanted interviews, but she needed time. Alira spent her days walking in gardens, reading books, and writing in her journal. She was safe, but her mind was still busy. She thought about the crew of Horizon 7. She missed Jack and Lily. She missed the learning chamber. Most of all, she missed the little girl who had called her mama. One morning, she spoke to a group of children. They sat on the grass around her. "Where do you come from?" a boy asked. "From a place where feelings were not allowed," Alira said. "Why not?" asked a girl. "Because my people believed feelings made us weak. But now, I think they make us strong." The children clapped. One girl gave her a flower. Alira held it close. She felt something warm inside. Later that day, she received news from space. Small messages were reaching Earth from young Valeri. They had found her stories. Some said they cried while reading them. Others asked questions about love, family, and birth. Alira was not alone. The Earth leaders offered her a chance to speak to many planets. A peace summit was planned. Leaders from other worlds would come. They wanted to learn how humans and Valari could work together. Alira agreed. She stood before them in a large hall filled with people from many planets. She wore a simple dress and the necklace Lily had given her. She spoke clearly, and my people forgot how to feel. We removed love to avoid pain. But we also lost joy. We lost the bond between parent and child. We forgot how to grow, not just in body, but in heart. She paused and looked around, but I found something in humans, which is science or power. I found family. I found care. I found a way that is hard, but true. The room was silent. Then someone stood and clapped. More people joined. Soon the hall was full of applause. After the summit, Alira was offered a new role. She would become an ambassador. Her job was to help Earth and Valari understand each other. She worked with both sides to create a new learning center. This time it would teach not only facts, but feelings. It would show the value of care and connection. Many Valari students came. Some were nervous, others were excited. Alira met each one. She shared stories, answered questions, and listened. One evening, she walked into the garden of the center. A small child was playing with building blocks. Alira sat beside her. "What are you making?" "A house," the child said, "for my family." Alira smiled. "It looks strong." The child looked up. "Do you have a family?" Alira paused. Then she said, "I am building one." She later spoke with Earth scientists. Together, they created a new way for Valari to have children. It used their science, but allowed for care and emotion. The first child was born in the new system. Alira was there to hold her. She looked into the baby's eyes. She whispered, "Welcome to a new world." Years passed. Alira became a symbol of change. Not just for Valari or Earth, but for others too. She wrote books, gave talks, and helped families grow. One day, she walked through a park on Earth. Children played, parents watched, and laughter filled the air. She sat on a bench and closed her eyes. "I was once lost in silence," she said. "But now I live in a world full of voices." She smiled, knowing that her journey had helped many others begin theirs.